Head over to Dollar Tree, start by placing your tomato cage upside down on your yard, and tape the prongs together so they make a nice point. Grab your light strand, start at the top, wind the light strand around and around the tomato cage until you reach the bottom. Grab your rectangle tablecloth, spread it all out, and wrap this around the tomato cage. Cut off the excess. Grab your round tablecloth, fold it up like a cone, and cut off the extra from the bottom. Lay the circle tablecloth out onto the ground. Place the tomato cage on top of the circle tablecloth. Place your solar panel out so it gets plenty of sunlight. You've now created a giant witch hat, which lights up at night. You're going to need some plastic tablecloth, pumpkin pails, and some tomato cages, and some lights. I'm going to start by placing the tomato cage upside down. With the part that sticks into the ground, I'm going to pull them all in together. Next, I'm going to take a pumpkin pail and place it upside down onto all of the prongs. Next, I'm going to take my lights and I'm going to use some painter's tape so that I can hold this in place at the top. But I'm going to wrap the lights around. Next, I'll be using a round plastic tablecloth from Dollar Tree. So now I need to make some eyes, and I'm going to be using some gaffer's tape here, and I've made a template out of a piece of paper. Here are all 3 ghosts lined up for the trick-or-treaters. You are going to need a tomato cage. So I have the tomato cage upside down, and then I have a standard plastic pumpkin pail, and I'm gonna go ahead and tip it upside down and slide it over. And what I've got now is just a regular yard size garbage bag. Slide it over the top. I've just cut a piece of twine. I'm just gonna take this piece of twine and I'm going to go around. What I'm gonna use is another pumpkin bucket for the head. I'm going to go ahead and leave it mysterious and blank. Go ahead and add a little hot glue. So I got one of these sparkly little lights. I'm gonna go ahead and put that inside. Next, of course, she needs a witch hat. And I've got these old bags. I'm gonna go ahead and stick them inside. Place this right on top of her head. I'm going to use one more garbage bag to make their hands hold together. So I've cut the garbage bag into a long strip. I'm gonna take it in the center. I'm gonna go ahead and make a knot. I'm gonna add a little bit of hot glue to it, and then I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Here they are all on display, and I'm so excited with how they turned out. You're gonna need 2 laundry baskets. If you can't find black laundry baskets, you can paint them, and I'll be using Rust-Oleum black spray paint. Next, you're gonna need a skeleton and place them inside. And we're gonna take the other basket and place it on top. For this guy, what I've decided to use is hot glue. So I purchased some Halloween chain garland that we're gonna use to help hang him. So I'm gonna slide it onto a slat and hook it on like so. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So for this next version, you're gonna need 2 dollar store trash cans and a skeleton from Dollar Tree. I'm just gonna cut her little stretchy cord here. So I'm gonna take the strings and I'm going to thread them up through the trash can. So I'm gonna pull her up straight like this. Next, I'm gonna make a little knot, and this will cause her to hang up straight. And I'm gonna place the 2 trash cans on top of each other. I'll be using black paracord to adhere her together. Now, to hang her, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna loop it down through one of the holes and then work my way up through another hole. And then once I get it up, I'm gonna just give it some extra length for hanging, and now I've created a way to hang it. Here they are hanging in our yard, and I'm so thrilled with how they turned out.
If you have any Christmas ornaments, this is the time they're going to come in really handy. So I've taken some of these ornaments and I'm giving them a light coat of white flat spray paint. And I picked up this cauldron that sits on a base and all of these fun colored ornaments. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut a piece of cardboard that will go right around here. I'm going to use some low temp glue, and then I'm going to glue that so that it will not move around. I happen to have this cardboard box, and I'm going to set that down in there. I have this Dollar Tree pumpkin. What I'm going to do is just break this apart because I want to just fill in a little space. So you're just going to glue this to the sides of your cauldron, and then you're going to glue it to glue the ornaments to each other. I got these great little battery operated spider lights, and what I'm going to do is just tuck them down in between our bubbles, which are ornaments. I have this heavy duty stick on Velcro, and I'm going to stick it right on the back. So here is my cord coming down. I put the other piece of the Velcro. So I'm going to be able to stick this right up here, and I will still be able to push the button to change the settings. I look forward to sharing this on my table at my Halloween party. So I found a container that would fit right down inside. When I have my plaster of Paris completely stirred, I can go ahead and stick into it my piece of PVC. About 15 minutes, it is ready to go. Oh, I got a collection of skulls from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to give these a coat of this chalky paint. I'm going to take each one and cut an X, one in the top of the head and then one down here. All right, I have my urn and I have my PVC post in the plaster of Paris, and I'm going to set this right down inside. So I'm just going to stick a couple pieces of styrofoam in there, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to take them and going to push these in just a little bit and slide them right down over and all the way down. And we're just going to feed our skulls right onto that PVC post. This skull, I have only cut a hole in the bottom. So it's going to go right over it and get secured right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue right there to secure these together. I'm just going to add Spanish moss to give it that real creepy feel. And we're going to wrap it around and tuck it in to give that real creepy feeling. And now right in by that styrofoam, I'm gonna stick some hands. And now our decoration is all ready. And here is our skull topiary. Make sure that you paint those skulls with a spray polyurethane so that the paint doesn't wash off.
Who's ready for Halloween? We're going to take just a basic little black cauldron and we're going to mix some chalk paint, and I mixed it with some baking soda. We're going to grab some potting soil and put it on top of the wet paint, pat it in there, and we're going to pat some more paint on there. And we're going to just keep doing this all the way around the pot. Then we're going to grab some Christmas ornaments. I already took the little tops off of them, grabbed some more paint, and I just painted that. And then I started adding in all my ornaments. So I just kept adding. Now I added some little twinkle lights. I added some skulls. And it looks like an old stone cauldron that you kind of dug up somewhere.